The 2025 Gaza War rages, devastating lives and shattering hopes. President Donald Trump vowed to end the conflict and bring peace. Yet 6 months later, the war intensifies and millions suffer. Why did the Trump administration fail to stop the Gaza War? This is the story behind that failure. Donald Trump promised to end the Gaza War and bring hostages home. 6 months later, the conflict is deadlier than ever. To date, you'll discover why his plan collapsed and how it reshaped U.S. power in the Middle East. The Trump administration's failure stems from rigid Israeli leadership, narrow U.S. diplomacy based on transactional policies, a worsening humanitarian disaster, and destroyed international consensus. On the campaign trail, Trump vowed quick peace, a deal no one else could make. Supporters believed his leverage and outsider status would break the deadlock. But from day one, his administration faced a war spiraling beyond control and an ally unwilling to compromise. Israel's ruling coalition doubled down on a maximalist military strategy. Netanyahu's survival depended on hardline partners who rejected ceasefires. Every U.S. request met internal political backlash in Israel. Gaza's civilians endure skyrocketing death tolls, starvation, and displacement. Aid attempts failed amidst bombings and blockades. Trump's proposal to let Israel distribute aid did little to ease the crisis. Trump cut funding for diplomacy and development aid. Veteran envoys left without carrots or credible threats. America's leverage vanished. Images of bombed hospitals and refugee camps ignited protests worldwide. European partners, Arab states, even U.S. allies distanced themselves from Washington's approach. Negotiations collapsed under public outrage. Egypt, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia competed for influence instead of cooperating. Trump's team assumed regional players would handle stabilization. They didn't, and Hamas exploited the gaps. The Gaza War revealed limits of America's deal-making brand. Unconditional support for Israel alienated key partners, weakened mediation credibility, and gave rivals like China and Russia openings to step in. For Americans at home, this translates to higher oil prices, riskier markets, and a more unstable election year. Foreign wars aren't just headlines, they hit your gas bill, your investments, and your national security. Understanding why the U.S. failed here helps you read the next crisis before it hits. The Gaza War isn't over, neither is the fight for honest, evidence-based analysis. Subscribe to News Intel for intelligence briefings mainstream outlets won't show you. Comment below, do you think the US can still stop this war, or has it lost its influence for good?